Howdy. Today we're looking at Acrid. This is a funny weapon I crafted to build, and then it was like, man, I don't know if it's really worth building. And then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. And then as I started using it more, someone in the comments was like, bet you won't put form on it. And I was like, bitch, I'll do it right now, even though I already had one form on it. So now I've got like five, I don't know, right? Five, six, five. I believe it's five. Anyways, Acrid. It's a pistol. Shoots little needles of toxin. Semi-automatic. It's gonna be a lot easier to use once the full auto setting becomes a thing in the future, since DE said that will be a thing in the future. But it's pretty outdated and stats suck. You'll see here in a second. Now, since it's easier to say it at the start, statistically speaking, it's more effective. Subscribe, please. That would be awesome. I am trying to get to 1,000 subs. If you like watching the low quality dog shit I make, then subscribing would be fantastic. Anyways, let's go ahead and show the Loki fashion in case anyone wants to know. Just quickly go over it. And then the only sigil is... oh, wait, no, I do have side sigils, right? These weird fast arrow things. So, like I said, semi-auto shoots needles. It has 5 base fire rate, 15 in the mag. Semi-auto, high accuracy, well, very high. 5% base crit chance. And 10% base status chance. That is horrible. 2 times crit multiplier. It deals toxin damage at base, only toxin, at 43 base damage. Its stats are terrible. Now, what makes Acrid unique, though, is its trait. The Acrid has a unique trait where every shot fired has a guaranteed toxin status effect. Every shot, forced toxin. It also has a dispo of 5. I would love to get a Riven for it, but I'm broke right now. In the future, though. So, we are going Deadhead, even though Toxin procs cannot proc Deadhead if they die to it. So this is actually probably not the best idea, but it's really hard to keep any of these other things active. I guess if you can get kills fast off Merciless, well, that's also pretty rough. And you still get the headshot multiplier from Deadhead. So as long as you can get some headshot kills, right, and then 1 every 24 seconds, you're chilling. We're going with viral damage, galvanized shots, even though we're only going to have 2 stats effects, but if we're able to prime with something, then we'll have more. Augur Seeker here is just because, so the toxin lasts longer, so it stacks up to be more all at once. Galvanized Diffusion, as usual, will be way better here, but I don't have it maxed out. We get some fire rate from Lethal Torrent, putting us at 8, which is the hard cap for semi-auto weapons. Even though on your stats screen, semi-auto weapons can go higher than 8, you actually are not allowed to shoot it faster than 8 times per second. Kind of bullshit, but oh well. More base damage from Hornet Strike. And Prime Target Crackers here because we can go for crit damage if we use something else that can give us crit. But we're not right now, so I should probably just switch it. The question is, what would we switch? We can't put another elemental on. Or a different element, I mean, because that will kill our viral weighting. That would suck. So instead, I guess we would just put on pathogen rounds. There we go. Now, you are going to need armor strip. That is the unfortunate truth of this. You are not going to kill anything if you're not going to strip their armor, at least not at any sort of decent level. So you have to do that. But that's pretty regularly needed most of the time anyways, so it's not that big of a deal. Obviously, anything in the game dies fast to armor strip, so this is not special in the slightest. But look, those toxin procs are doing fairly decent damage. That's only 1 viral stack. That's respectable, I'd say. This is usable, right? Now let's say we reset them. Now, I do have corrosive projection on, so they are not full armor. But they still have most of their armor. You can see that it's something. It could definitely be better. This is no Bane mod, though. A Bane mod would help significantly. I don't have, like, a Prime Bane of Corrupted. And since if you're not building crit, then a Bane mod is easy to fit into the build. And it double dips on dots. But I don't have that right now. Though, we can get rid of this, move this over, primed target cracker. Now we just need Moltog, or not, well, I keep confusing Arcane Avenger with Molt Augmented. Arcane Avenger. So if we go to, let's say, this build, bam, Arcane Avenger Combat Discipline. And we can still armor strip into casts of pillage. So we're gonna go invincible, unpause the AI. I meant to reset them. Now there's only one spot. God damn it. Hang on, I gotta go back and find them. There we go. Simulate. We'll full strip them. Arcane Avenger is procs, meaning we can actually get crits now. You can see it's already killing way faster. We don't even have a... That was without a stack set. Though, you know, Avenger, Arcane Avenger and no armor. It's not exactly hard to kill enemies when you're debuffing them like this and buffing yourself. But it seems usable, right? Like, it's not the worst thing in the world. There's worse weapons you can use. Surely. It being a projectile can be annoying at times, making it hard to hit enemies that strafe, especially the farther away they are. But that's not the end of the world. Now, while every weapon is broken on Saren, this weapon is especially made better with Saren. So, Saren can double the forced toxin procs because we have toxic lash. She also can strip armor from spores, and with 2 greens, normal greens for corrosive max stacks, we can full strip. Okay. Then, you know, slap roar on, which double dips on dots. Now it's going to be 1.6, or roughly, times 1.6 twice. Also, roar banes in general triple dip on the toxic procs from toxic lash. So it's going to be times 1.6 times 1.6 times 1.6, which comes out to be, what, I think 4 times damage or something like that. So now we're getting a lot of toxic procs. Lots of toxic procs. And then, you know, Pans of Opophyla for even more viral spread. Oh, whoa. Things are getting kinky. So now we just need actual crits from something which will replace Augmented with Avenger here right now. There we go. And then your focus school's irrelevant. Also, green shards. I have 2 Tauforged green shards on my Saren for toxic status effects deal more damage. That is multiplicative, okay? So my toxic status effects are dealing 90% more damage, which is very juicy. Go invincible, cast this, run in. Oh my, this guy. Now you're going to be able to pulverize any of these guys. Right, 1 shot is going to kill them. Again, though, I mean, with what we have on Saren right now, any weapon in the game is going to kill anything. It doesn't even matter. If it exists, it's going to get buffed to oblivion by this. It doesn't even matter. But hey, Acrid can be used. It can be a funny thing to have. I would love to see an Incarnon. You know what would be great? I want an Incarnon for Acrid that turns it into a toxic spewing flamethrower, okay? Think like Embolist and Ignis, but actually good unlike Embolist, and it has way cooler effects. The Embolist toxin effects don't look very cool. I would like really moist looking, like, toxic stuff shooting out. Imagine similar effects to how the toxic shit looks on the boob gun, okay? See that? I want it to be like that, but a constant, like, flamethrower Ignis type beam of death. That would be beautiful for an Incarnon weapon or adapter for this. It would be so satisfying. And then they could make it base toxic, yes, but still have forced toxic procs just to keep with the theme. That would be so beautiful. One can hope. I doubt they'll ever do something as cool as that. I love DE, but they need to branch out with more cool stuff, right? They need more cool, unique stuff. And flamethrowers in general, how come we don't ever get flamethrowers? Dude, Ignis was like the most popular weapon for years. And yet they haven't made a better version or different kind of flamethrower. What the hell? You'd think they would with how popular it was. Anyways, I digress. Well, that's gonna be it for Acrid. There's not really much more you can do with it. But yeah, it's a gun. It's definitely a gun. So subscribe, please. I'm begging you. If you subscribe, your IQ will go up by 10,000. Trust. Adios.